What's up, everybody? We're going to be starting this real soon. All right, what is up, everybody? What's going on, YouTube? How are you doing today? Chana D, your Techno Dad here, and we are again doing another live stream Saturday. So if you're here in the live stream and you're in the room, go ahead and say what's up. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. And we'll get this week rolling. A lot of cool stuff to talk about. A lot of make sure I can, oh yeah, I gotta make sure I can show you guys my screen. Pioneer, yes, that's right. Now some of you have probably heard about it, so we'll get into that in just a few. D Schultz says, you hear me just fine. Cool. What's up, Retro Force? What's up, Jay? Who's in here earlier? Miguel, what's going on? Chris, what's up? Nad, all right. What's up from the UK? Clinton, what's going on? All right, we've got about 19 people here, so why don't we go ahead and start? Okay, hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I know Father's Day is tomorrow. Hope you guys are having a good, have something planned. Let's jump into the first thing on my list here, which is monitor, not monitor. That's what I'm doing. I'm changing my monitor here. Boom, Outlaw Amplifiers, ladies and gentlemen. Outlaw Amplifiers. I know a lot of you guys have asked me about reviewing one. So guess what? I called and talked to the Outlaw guy for about, I don't know, like an hour. And he is sending me one of these Model 5000s. Now, as you can see, it is a $599, $600 amplifier, 5 channels, 120 watts into 8 ohms. So this should be a nice little hit of adrenaline for my Klipsch speakers. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's definitely a cool situation. Let's get back over here. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. If you're watching on the replay, let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people, I know I talk a lot about Parasound, and you know, 5-channel Parasound amplifier is going to cost you like $2,000. And that's if you get hooked up. So, so this is definitely a good buy. Yes, made it for the live stream. Who's that? Mystic Knight with a couple of okay signs. Perfect. Gustavo coming in from Costa Rica. What's going up? What's going up? The video seems a bit distorted. Yeah, my stream health is on yellow again. I don't know what. It's just I live in a really bad place. Mystic Knight, question about the Prime speakers. Go ahead, shoot. What's up? So yeah, as soon as that question comes in, I'll answer it. But yeah, so Outlaw Audio, not bad. $600 for a 5-channel amplifier. I'm definitely going to use that with the Denon X4400H that I have in for review. So that is really cool. Mystic Knight asks, where can you put them in the living room? Well, I put them all over the place. I guess I would have to have pictures. I have an email address that's down below in the ticker that's going down across the screen. You can email me some pictures and I'll tell you where is the best place to put them. If you hadn't seen the new video that I posted, I got 5 installed you know, I just installed 3 more, which was really cool. Let me find the link to that and I'll drop it down into the chat box here so you can check that out. And boom, there we go. So yeah, definitely check that out and see on the left and right of the ceiling or in front, which sounds better to you in the placement. You know, it's all different, you know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of just figure things out, try things out. I know it's tough, but you know, I put some holes in the beams. Oh wow, I'm getting Facebook messages. Sorry, I gotta focus. I'm gonna turn my phone over. Gotta focus on this live stream here. So yeah, check that out. It's, you know, pretty much like you have to figure out how things move, you know. And I put a bunch of different holes in those beams, and I, you know, when I installed it, I even moved it over again and then moved it over again. So I got a lot of use out of my drill and that ladder I had to borrow. So I would say, you know, just try it out and see what you think. What model TV do you own, Techno Dad? I own the LG E6 OLED. That is from 2016, and that thing looks gorgeous. Haven't had any burn-in issues. I've had it for about 2.5 years. Haven't, you know, I see some like minor image retention that just goes away because that's what image retention does. No burn-in so far. Of course, I tell my kid and my wife if they're not using the TV to turn it off, or I have them just hit the home button and jump into the YouTube app, and after like a minute or so, it goes into the screensaver, which is like the explodey firework thingy. But yeah. Let's see here. What do we got else? Question regarding height speakers positioning. Should they be aligned to the front ones? When you mean the front ones, do you mean your main speakers? If so, yes, ideally, but in my situation, they're not. Like all my, my seating area is like straight on, but the TV is kind of angled a little bit. That's due to the, you know, fireplace being there. You know, if the fireplace wasn't there and the sliding glass doors weren't there, then I would be straight on, but I'm not. I'm like at an angle. However, my rear speakers are kind of like right. My surround speakers are right beside my couch, right, the love seat, and then all my high channels kind of like are aligned with that. And so we're turning our heads a little bit to see the screen. So it's not ideal, it's not perfect, but it does work. You still get the whole situation. Okay, did you get that, Miguel? Align to the FL, front left and front right if you can. I don't, because that's just the way my room is. So just got to do with what you got. Sofa against a rear wall, bipole, dipole, or monopole for 5.1. The Phoenix. Hey, what's up, Phoenix? I would say bipole. I had normal monopole, you know, standard bookshelf speakers there, and the hot spotting was nuts. So I went to bipole and not looking back. Right now I still have the SVS 5.1. Oh, I should include SVS on here as well, because they are sending me some new speakers to check out. No problem, Miguel. Christopher, what Mbps speed do you recommend to stream 4K in the US? Christopher, as fast as you can afford. Whatever it is, the max that you can pay for, do it. That's it. You're going to need an AC router. AC router. They run a good one from like Asus is going to run you about like 150 minimum on up. Okay. I think I have the AC like 2300. I want to say, I think, or is it the AC 1800? I don't know. One of those two I was looking at. I forget which one I bought, but it was around $180 on sale. Oh, somebody asked me earlier. Let me scroll up real quick, guys. Sorry. Do I like the Denon X4400H as opposed to the 6300H? To me, they're pretty much the same. Excuse me, sorry, I had a big breakfast today. Some French toast and coffee. Let's see. Okay, the main difference between the X4300H and the 6300H, as opposed to the new 4400H and the 6400H, is the fact that you don't have to pay for Oro 3D. It comes included, whereas my 6300H, I'd have to pay $200 to get Oro 3D. So I guess that's the only difference, really. A little bit of power, but you guys know how, you know, AVR power is. It's just kind of like whatever. It's not like if the power difference was 5 or 10 watts per channel, you know, not really that big of a difference. Let's see. Will I get a Denon 8500 to review? When I talked to the Sound United rep, they said they want to send me one. Now, if you don't know who Sound United is like the umbrella, and underneath that umbrella you have Denon, Marantz, Polk Audio, Definitive Technology, and I think there's something else. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what we're talking about. So they said they want to send me one, but I don't have 6 height channels. Okay, I have 5, but I don't have 6 to put like 3 rows. I think the Denon X8500H is definitely going to be for a dedicated home theater room where you have like multiple rows of couches. If you have 3 sets of height channels, you can easily do, you know, one in front of your first couch, then in between your 2 couches you have your second row, then behind your third row couches, or sorry, your second row couches, you have your third set of height channels. So you got 6 height channels. That's a lot. That's for a big space. It's crazy. I did demo the Marantz version, and they had a Definitive Technology. They had 6 Definitive Technology speakers. They had the center, obviously. So they had 7. They had the front, left, front, right, side surrounds, and then surround backs. And on top of that, they had Atmos modules on each of those. So they had 6 Atmos modules. And listened to some DTS:X demos, and it was pretty intense. You know, it was pretty awesome. But honestly, the 8500X is a little too much for my living room. Might be a little too much for a lot of people's living rooms. So they said that they wanted to send me one to review, but I don't know really how to like angle my review other than it's going to be pretty much just like the 6300H or the 6400H, just with 2 more high channels up top. What do you think about CHG 70 monitors? I don't know. What are those? Not really sure what that is. Let's search it. Okay, if bipole, where do you place the speakers as the sofa is on the rear wall? I would place the speakers to the left and right of the couch. That's where I do. Oh, you're talking about this curved monitor from Samsung? Oh, I think that one looks pretty cool. Quantum Dot, does it support 4K and HDR? Make sure it does. And then at the same time, you'll also want to see if it supports 1440 at 120 hertz. Hi, what's up, Denon Theaters? What's going on? Just trying to get through these questions. What do you think of the KEF Q650? Let's see. The Q650C, the center channel, that's all that's coming up. It's a center channel speaker. Oh, looks cool. Here, let me show you guys what I'm looking at here. This guy looks pretty cool. I like it. Ooh, looks cool in white. I mean, if you have KEF mains, then definitely. Yeah, that looks pretty sexy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah. Whoop. So yeah, just like I was saying before, you guys, not monitor audio. What am I talking about? Outlaw Audio just sent me an amplifier, so I should be getting that next week to check out, which is really cool because I've been wanting to check out a 5-channel amplifier that's pretty cheap. Croatia's in the house. What is up? Regarding heat from AVRs, how concerned should one be placing it inside a media cabinet? Definitely. Who's that from? Juanra Hernandez. Sorry, my bad. Let's see. You're gonna need an Aircom T8 or T9. Okay. Let's see. Aircom T8. AC Infinity Aircom T8 and T9. They're like the same thing pretty much, except the T8 blows air to the back, okay, out the back. The T9 blows air up. So depending on which situation you have, you should look into that. If you're concerned about heat, okay. Let's see. That was who? Wanra, sorry. Derp. Den in Theaters. Hi, Techno Dad. Love the videos and you help me out a lot. Thanks, man. Hey, no problem. That's what I'm here for, guys. Guys and gals. Mystic Knight, I'm a bit confused as on your Denon, it's a 9-channel amp, however, it can support 11. What does this mean? You can't use 11. Yeah, you can't. You have to get a power amplifier. So that's what that means. So you get a power amplifier for the extra 2 channels, but it does process 11. So it's an 11-channel preamp, however, only a 9-channel power amp. The difference between the X4400H and the 6400H is that the 6400H adds that extra 2-channel amplifier inside. Clinton, what integrated amp would you recommend in the 1000 to 1200 range? I'm replacing a Marantz SR5012 since I no longer need video processing in pairing with a Paradigm Premier Towers. Okay, let's look, shall we? Let us go. Let's look. Who is this, by the way? Oh, Clinton. All right, let's go to crutchfield.com. Sip a little water, home audio, integrated amplifiers, and let's see what they got. If you were looking in the $1,200 range, here let's or $1,000 range, let's tighten this guy up here. Let's go, yeah, let's go 900 and see what's up. All right, so Cambridge Audio CX80. This is 80 watts times 2. Comes in like this black or the silver. Marantz, there you go. Oh, I heard this Peachtree audio is pretty good. Okay, so it's 1200 normally, it's down to 1000. So I would definitely check these things out. High resolution network player, no, skip that. Here's a nice cool little Marantz. This NAD might be pretty cool. I heard, I know NAD makes some really good amplifiers. Excuse me. And then you started getting into like the Cambridge Audio Azure, which are really good. They're just a little bit more expensive. So here's another NAD, $1,600. This is 150 watts into 2, so that might be good if you can bump up your budget just a little bit, because some of these are see look, $1,300 you're at 80 watts, $1,500, $1,600 you're at 150 watts times 2. Now, unlike AV receivers, these are going to be some really good, like you can rely on these. And I think you can put 2 speakers on this. I think you can have a speaker A and speaker B, I believe. Yeah, speaker A up top, speaker B down below. So if you have 2 sets of speakers, you have your Paradigms or you have something else. And this one has 2 optical ins, a USB, 2 coax ins. You got trigger ins and outs too, so this one's a cool one. I know I have a Parasound, but that costs a lot. And they just came out with a new one. Like, I don't know, like 6 months after I bought mine. It sucks. Oh well, it's the way the cookie crumbles, right, guys? Okay. So yeah, Clinton, check that out. All right, Paul Lopez, hello, what's up? Sean, what's going on? THX tune-up, decent to use. Sure, try it out. A lot of these things, you guys, if I don't have any experience with it, I can't really say, it's good or it's not, or don't use it or use it. Try it out. What's the worst that can happen? It won't sound good, so revert back to what you were using before. Monish, what's up? Been a while. Heard of the speaker from AER loudspeaker called BBX. If you haven't heard of them, any thoughts? I haven't heard of them, so I can't really say. Pote 1. Could the Klipsch RP450 handle 70 pounds on top of it? Before I buy one, I don't have space, so I have to put it on top. Oh, put a TV on top of it. A lot of people do that. I think it should be okay. I don't know. Not 100%. Definitely get to Klipsch on that. Their customer service is pretty good. I've called them before. They use a different company or whatever, but definitely try it out. Or I can ask my Klipsch dealer, Corey. He should be able to answer that question. Antonio. Oh, see, Denon Theater's got the T8, the Aircom T8. He says it works like a charm. Or Anthony, what's up? With the 4400H and a 5.1.4 setup, would you do surround sides or backs? It depends on your room. Like, I can't do surrounds as backs in my room, so I would do them as sides. Now, technically, you know, if like, you know, this was your couch, right? Technically, like, so I have them on the sides. Technically, you kind of want them like here. If the TV's up here, you want them here. You know, when you have like the 7, you have these two here and these two down here. So I use them as side surrounds. Sean says, do you think the THX tuner is decent for calibrating a TV? Sean, I don't know, man. TV calibration is kind of tough. I don't do that. I've paid somebody to do that, and it looks great. So, I don't know. Try it out. If it looks better, then you're good. If try it out, and it doesn't look better, you know, revert to stock and try again. Maybe hire somebody. I don't know. Try it out. See what happens. Ray McQueen, hearing me just fine. What's up, Ray? Kendall, what's going on? Anyone else here while also watching the World Cup? You're watching me and the World Cup? Oh, man. I am totally honored. Thank you so much. What's your opinion on the Yamaha A2070 for a pair of Klipsch 260F? Yamaha A2060 or A2070? A2070. Okay. Instead of just looking at my mug, let's go here. Let's go to there. How many channels? Let's see, 140 watts per channel into 8 ohms, 2 channels driven. Yeah, that should be fine. If you want to overpower your speakers, you know, that's usually what I would do. If you could. Like, that's why I'm excited. You guys, if you weren't here before, I am receiving a 5-channel amplifier from Outlaw Audio, 120 watts into 5 channels in 8 ohms. Clinton, no worries, man. Eric Patterson, what's up? What's up? Dual subwoofers or save up for those big SVS subwoofers? Oh, let's get back on track, and then I'll answer some more questions. So we talked about Outlaw. Now let's talk about Pioneer. What do you mean Pioneer? Techno Dad, what are you talking about? Pioneer just unveiled a little teaser. Boom. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Pioneer is entering the 4K Blu-ray player extravaganza, or whatever you want to call it. So this is from the Japanese site. This is what the new player looks like. Pioneer, it's the UDP LX 500. Okay, so they just announced it. We do not know anything other. Well, actually, they didn't announce it. They just uploaded this picture to and that picture. This happened yesterday. Early morning, I saw Flat Panels HD talking about it. There's nothing that we know about it. Will it support HDR10 and Dolby Vision? Hopefully. Will it support HDR10 Plus? We don't know. It looks like a pretty nice player. I would hope it's under $600, and I would hope it has like a lot of features that everyone's looking for. So, oops. We're going to see all kinds of craziness here in a second. I need to get a new trackball. This one sucks. So that's what's going on with Pioneer. That's why Pioneer's in the title. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're watching on the replay, let me know what you think. Pioneer is jumping into the 4K UHD player space. So we're going to have another player to look at. Look at that. Oppo went closed. Pioneer's like, oh, perfect timing. And Panasonic. I got some news about the Panasonic as well. I have, since Mystic Knight is talking about dual subwoofers, or save up for those big SVS subwoofers, it all depends. If you can get dual subwoofers, 212s for under $1,000, cool, do it. If you want something huge, then save up for the SVS. You guys know I have a lot of SVS stuff, and I just talked to my rep, and I've got a really awesome 5.1 system coming from SVS. It'll be coming down, you know, maybe later toward the end of the month. But we started with the SVS Prime Satellite 5.1. Okay, that's a $1,000 5.1 system centered around their satellite speakers and an SB1000. So this new system that I'm getting from them is a lot more expensive. It is a $4,600 speaker system. Yes, $4,600 speaker system. It's going to be centered around the Ultra bookshelves. So pair the Ultra bookshelves, Ultra center, and the Ultra surrounds, which are bipoles or dipoles. You can like mess around with them, but I would run them as bipoles, and the PB4000. So it's a $4,600 speaker package, and they're going to send that to me, I think next week, something like that. So we'll just have to wait for it to arrive, but that's what's happening from SVS on the channel. So I'll be reviewing those things individually, and then I'll be reviewing them as a whole, as a 5.1 system. And since I have the elevation speakers, I will probably, you know, it's a pretty awesome, you know, 5.1.4 living room home theater setup. So that's kind of like the angle we're going with that, because yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. I'll tell you that right now. It's going to be pretty sweet. Sean, is there anything you can help White Bloom with the with the new TCL with the local dimming? Try LED motion clarity. Try turning that on. I know CNET has like some settings where it's off, and I don't know why they do that, because the black, the darks just look like crap. So try turning on LED motion clarity. See if that helps. Brett from New Zealand, what's up, buddy? Hey, so the voice of God on the Denon 44, where does that get hooked up? Okay, so here's what you have to do. You need a power amp, obviously. I'm going to test it out where I have my 2-channel, my Halo integrated. It's got a theater bypass, so I'm going to hook up the left and right channel to that, and then I'll have to see where the Denon wants me to connect the Voice of God channel. Otherwise, you go your RCA out, your pre-out for the second subwoofer, and you plug that into a 1-channel amplifier or whatever, and you plug that into the Voice of God channel. Other than that, I don't know anything else as far as setting it up. But definitely I'll get to that once I figure out or get everything tested out. Francis, how's your test of your new setup of all your SVS elevation speakers? Guess what, Francis? No clue. Okay, I'm shooting the last bit of stuff that I need for the Sony STR-DN1080 AV receiver review. So those speakers are up there. I haven't plugged them in at all. It seems like such a waste of time. But once I have the Sony out of the rack, I'm going to put the Denon back in tomorrow and then run Odyssey and see how I can configure that. And I'll let you guys know. Of course, you know, I'll be making videos. So if you're watching on the replay, don't forget to like and subscribe. Kendall, Pioneer also has a new AVR out. That would make sense. That would make sense since they got that new 4K Blu-ray player out. Just Just Games. What's up, Jay? Have you heard of Fluence bipole speakers? Looking for 2 bipole speakers under $400. Ooh, that's rough. I know the clips that I have are 400 each. Mystic Knight says, damn, the Pioneer looks like the Oppo. Yeah, it kind of does. So, Jay Just Games. Let's see. Actually, I know which bipole speakers you're talking about from Fluence. I was gonna buy, I was gonna pick up a Fluence speaker system, but I just bought all these AVRs, so I can't really comment on that. So I would say go for it. Check them out. Make sure wherever you guys, this is for everybody. If you're ever interested in speakers and you can't listen to them, wherever you're buying from, if you're buying online, I live in the boonies. I got to buy online unless I do a 6-hour round trip to Best Buy. Who wants to do that? Just to go to Best Buy. I've actually done that. But to go to the Apple store because this stupid $4,000 iMac kept crashing on me while I was editing video. Very frustrating. And I did 3 trips. And they're like, oh. I'm like, can I just get my money back? And they're like, no. We got to try to fix it. I'm like, well, you try to fix it 3 times and it's still crashing. So what's the deal? Still nothing. Hate it. Anyway, any of you looking to get speakers and you can't listen to them, wherever you're buying from, make sure they have a good return policy and make sure you stick to those return policy rules. As soon as you get them, open them up, put them where they belong, and listen to them. And if you can, you know, yeah, they do talk about break-in periods. So, like, let's say you leave for work at, like, 8 a.m. and you get home at, like, 5 p.m. Turn on some music, like, medium levels, not, like, super loud. Or turn on a radio or whatever, something's constantly playing. And just go to work, come back. After, like, a couple of days, you should be good to go for the quote-unquote break-in period. Yes, no, I don't know. You know, if it really matters. I know speakers do sound better after a certain amount of break-in period. They say like 10 hours, 15 hours, whatever. Anyway, try it out. See what you think. Listen to your favorite song that you listen to all the time. See if you hear anything different, bad or good, on the new speakers. If it's leaning toward good, start listening to a couple other tracks that you normally listen to or that you listen to all the time. Then go back and be like, okay, now does this sound better or worse than my other speakers? Plug in your other speakers, your old speakers. Listen to those same songs again. And do this like A-B comparison until you figure out like, okay, these speakers are better. Let me keep them. Or if they are not giving you whatever it is you need to get from the speakers, boom, return that. Return it. Return that shit. Why keep it? If it's your hard-earned money, don't be afraid to return anything. This electronics game is annoying. Don't be afraid to return it. And then Jay, if you can, Jay and everybody else here live and everybody else on the replay, if you have a budget for speakers and you have a budget for electronic equipment, raise the budget for the speakers, lower the budget for the AV receiver or electronics or whatever. You know why? Because the electronics will always, will always get updated. Speakers are speakers. You spend a little bit more money on your speakers, you're going to have them for a long time. My last set of clips, I had them for like 12 years. 12 years with the same system. Okay? Can't say that with any kind of electronics. So, if you can spend a little bit more money, Jay, on speakers, do it. And everybody else out there, spend more money on speakers than on the electronics. All right, let's move on. Question with the dual subwoofers: should I put one in opposite ends of the room, front to back, or can I get away with both in the front? What do you think? Yeah, if you can get away with both in front, I wish I had a something to show you guys. But yeah, if you all right, here, let's use this. So if this is where the TV is, this is where your couch is. If you have both in front, you're good. If you can't do that, you do one firing this way, and then one maybe on this wall going in this way, or one right beside your couch going in toward the middle of the room. Okay. And don't worry, I'll be making a video about that. Just there's a lot of stuff going on. Enrique, what's up? Do you keep up with the World Cup? No, man. I'm actually not too into any kind of sports. Anytime we were doing any kind of sporting event at a friend's house, I would bring my turntables and mixer, and I would play at halftime. So I was always the halftime show, and, you know, not really too big up on sports. No problem, Brett. What's up, Christopher Wilson? What's going on? Bobby, what's going on? Mystic Knight, monitor mass 5.1. Is it a good starting setup? I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's see. Let's make it so you guys can all see. Hey, that looks cool. What do we got here? Those are the dimensions. Hey, that looks pretty cool. How much does it cost? Let's go. Description. 4-inch base mid-range drivers. Cone technology. 10-inch flat ABR base radiator. 220 watt Class D power amplifier for the subwoofer. That's pretty cool. I like the. Do they come with all the stands and stuff like that? I mean, that's pretty sleek. And it looks like these could be like bipoles or dipoles. How much does it cost, man? Let me know. But it looks cool. Yeah, I like it. Depends on how much it costs, though. Who's that? All right. Next thing that was on my list, guys. Panasonic UB. Sorry. Yeah, UB820. I was right. What am I saying sorry for? Panasonic DP-UB820. Guess what, guys? Guess what? Take a wild guess what I'm about to say here. It's coming out end of July. I got word it's coming out end of July. UB820 Panasonic 4K UHD player coming out toward the end of July. Last week of July is what I see, what I hear. And guess what? Guess what? What, Techno Dad? What? Tell me. That's the only one coming to the United States as far as the lower end ones. So the 320 and the 420, not in the United States. 820, it's weird. 820 in the United States, and the UB9000 definitely going to be shipping to the United States as well. This is what I heard from an inside source. So if you're, I think it's $500. Is it $500 or $600 for the 820? So there you go. We're not going to get the 320. We're not going to get a budget player. We're going to get, I guess, a mid-range player. $500. Is that mid-range? I guess if the top of the line UB9000 and the, like, you know, UDP, the Oppo UDP 205 was around $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, and that would be like your top of the range, I guess. The mid-range, $500, $600. We're getting a mid-range player, not getting the budget players from Panasonic. So that's why I have Panasonic on the title as well. Uh-oh. What happened? What happened? Oh, there we go. Oh, video output low. All right, are we back? I don't even know if we're back. This is like saying it's not enough, it's too low. I don't know what's going on. Do I just keep talking? Okay, cool. All right, I'm back. Should I just keep talking? It's saying my stream health is red. Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Now it says video output too low. I think we might have to end the stream soon because this is just pretty bad. And nothing is going to change until like I move out of this town. And that's kind of a sad situation. Oh crap. I just Okay. Are we okay? Are we okay, guys? A lot of stuff happening here. So, Mystic Knight says that it costs $500 in the UK. So guessing should be $500. They said if there's a radiator in the subwoofer, it gives the effect your house shakes. Wonder how that works. Yeah, I wonder how that works too. Let's go 500 GBP to USD. And see what $663. Yeah, bro, you know, that's a pretty good price. The Focal 4.1 setup, or sorry, 5.1, the SIB is $400 still, I think, at Crutchfield. So let's go back over here. I was about to just give up and click stop streaming on that, so I'm glad you guys are still here. I'm glad I didn't stop the stream. Probably got like 20 minutes left. Where is the Focal? There it is. Yeah, it's still only $399. You know, so when you're looking at these 5.1 speaker packages, make sure, you know, if you get them from a good brand, you know, I hate to say like, you know, you get what you pay for, but you definitely get what you pay for. So definitely check out that. I mean, if $500 is what they're charging for that monitor audio 5.1 setup, then, you know, that's probably pretty good too. So definitely check that out. Okay. Darren Bus in the house. What is up? Still looks fine on my end. All right, cool. What's up, James? All right, so that's so yeah, just to recap for everybody on the replay or live here, Outlaw Audio sending me a 5-channel amplifier to review for you guys. Pioneer just entered the 4K UHD player space with the LX500. We don't know anything about it other than they just put it up on the website, but there's no information or details about it. Next thing is that Panasonic's 4K players, they released 3 players in Australia, and I think also for the UK. I'm not sure. My UK friends let me know about that. There's the 320, the 420, and the 820, and then of course the UB9000. UB9000 is a flagship, kind of resembles or looks like a UDP 205 and Oppo, but since Oppo is out, I guess Panasonic is stepping up to that level. You know, XLR stereo output, 7.1 analog out, 2 high quality DACs in there. So we'll see. I wonder if they use the same ones, the ESS Saber. What was it, the 9038s or the 3890s or the, I forget how the numbers go. Anyway, the big news about the Panasonic UB820 is that it will be the only one that's coming to the United States, and it starts shipping toward the end of July. So that's what's going on with my title. Those 3 things. Oh, SVS. You guys know I installed 3 more SVS Prime Elevation speakers. Haven't got around to actually connecting them because I'm still doing a Sony AVR review. Hopefully I'll be able to connect them tomorrow on Father's Day. Hopefully they'll leave me alone for a little while so I can do whatever I want to. We'll see what happens. But I do want to get the Denon hooked up tomorrow and go from there. New Zealand. What about New Zealand? I don't know, man. I think you should be getting all three of them. Since Australia is getting three of them, I would imagine New Zealand is getting the 320, 420, and 820. It's all good, Darren. No worries, man. We're just hanging out. Anthony says, what are your thoughts on two SVS SB2000s versus SB4000 for 14 by 16 room? Want to avoid floor clutter if I can. You just answered your question right there, buddy. Go with the single SB4000. That's what I'd say. Do you need to add Dream Screen 4K to your setup? I think you'll like it. What is Dream Screen 4K? Let me know what that is. Kendall. Hey, Kendall, the best way to send me links and stuff is this. I'm old school. You know, just send it to my email, technodad55@gmail.com. That's where a lot of... It's in the ticker down below, too. Yeah, send me links there. That's the easiest. And then, like, if we continue to have a conversation, it's all just right there. Facebook, I think I saw it, but there's just so much going on. People asking me a buttload of questions on Facebook. So, I think I got, like, 3 Facebook... Yeah, there's, like... Oh, here you are, Kendall. Or no, this isn't Kendall. This is Kurt. Yeah, so... Yeah, there's just... Kurt. Yeah, so email is the best way. Hey, Darren, are you in the United States? Because that UB 420 is not coming to the United States. That's what I was saying. That's why Panasonic is up here. Yeah, kind of sucks. Thought we'd get a budget player from Panasonic, but we're not. We're gonna only get the 820. That's from what my source says. Reliable source says the 820 is the only one. The 820 and then the Big Daddy, the UB9000, is what we're gonna be getting. So 320 and 420 not happening from what I hear. Now Panasonic should be shipping the 820. Oh god, we're freezing again. We're slow moving. What is going on? You're in Wisconsin, yeah. So we're not gonna be getting it. Just one of those things, man. Just one of those things. LEDs you stick on the back of your TV and whatever content you're watching to dominate the color on the edges will be reflected in the LEDs to give you full immersion. Yeah, sounds cool. Would I do that? Probably not. Is that what that is? What is Eric? What are you talking about, Eric? Best home theater projection screen material to put in front of speakers. You just have to get like an acoustic screen. That's all. Nothing special. They have the... Excuse me, you can get plenty of those. What are my thoughts on pairing SVS satellites with SB2000, Denon X? I'd say great. That's a great pairing. For those of you that are new or coming into the stream just now, I'm getting a new SVS setup. It's a $4,600 setup. Well, Ultra bookshelves, Ultra center, Ultra surrounds, and the PB4000. I went with that because I think that's a pretty good living room setup, especially with the other 5 prime elevation speakers that I got going on. So it'd be cool little setup. So hopefully I'll be getting that in the next couple of weeks. And of course, you guys, if you were in the last live stream or you heard about the last live stream, Ohm speakers are sending me a pair of their super sound cylinders. So that's also very cool. A lot of cool stuff happening on the channel. Oh, almost forgot. I'll be getting a couple of sound bars. I'll be getting a Polk Audio sound bar and a Nakamichi sound bar. So all very cool stuff going on. William, did I mention the upcoming Pioneer UHD player? Yes, it is the Pioneer LX LX500. We don't know anything about it really, except for the fact that it just got put up on the website. Let's see. All right, I got it pulled up here so I can show you. Boom, boom, here it is. This is what it looks like. Here's a little closer close-up about it. Yeah, it kind of does look like an Oppo UDP-203. It is the UDP LX500. We don't have a back, or we can't see like the back end of it. And it doesn't really say anything. So that's what we got. That's what we got so far. That's what we know. We don't have a release date. We don't have anything. How do you afford all your tech equipment? The ignored gender asks. Pretty easy, dude. I'm a DJ. That's pretty much the situation. And I DJ a buttload of weddings. I live in a resort town, so a lot of destination weddings, and I don't want to say exactly, but I charge quite a bit of money per day for a wedding. I also bring like $10,000 worth of like, DJ equipment. I bring a full QSC PA system. I have a really big Pioneer DJ controller, the DDJ SZ2. So that's how I afford all my tech. And I am also like a huge bargain shopper, so I always look for deals. I'm always looking for deals. And if anybody can hook me up, I always like, try to, make that happen. So that's how I afford most of the stuff. Companies are now reaching out to me to offer me review units for, the channel's getting bigger. We're going to cross 20,000 subscribers probably in the next like 2 weeks. And, it's pretty cool. I'm stoked about it, yeah, that's pretty much it. But for the most part, like, I'm saving up for a new computer, a new laptop. I'm using my laptop now. I use it for DJing. I edit 4K video on it, and it's from 2012. Imagine that. Another thing is, buying stuff on payment plans. That's how I get some stuff, I just pre-ordered a new keyboard because because I wanted a new keyboard, like a playing keyboard, not a typing keyboard. So that's how I afford it. Got a little money to burn. Mystic Knight, yes, I did hear about the Apple TV 4K is getting Dolby Atmos update in fall. So I'll definitely be there with that video. Yeah, Kendall, I know we are lucky. Kendall's saying that we're lucky in the U.S. because pricing is so much better in the U.S. than anywhere else. Where are you at, Kendall? I forget. Are you in Canada or are you somewhere else? Let me know. Brett, what's up? Yes, that's going to be a great comparison. The RP450C against the SVS Ultra Center. I can't wait to check that out. Seriously, I will be doing a review video on each of those speakers individually. Well, the Ultra bookshelves, obviously, in a 2-channel environment. I'll be making a video about that. The center, of course, I'm going to be making a video about that. And the surrounds. And since they're like bipole, dipole, whatever, multi-configuration situation. And, of course, the PB4000. I just ordered Darren the Airmotiva E1 surrounds. Oh, cool. Yeah, Emotiva, they really want to send me some stuff, but they're trying to get some other things like their affiliate program tightened down on their side, so that they can track, like, if I help them make any sales, they want to be able to track it and stuff like that. So as soon as Emotiva gets that stuff handled, they're going to send me out a 5-channel amplifier to check out, and then probably move into some speakers as well, because they use like a ribbon tweeter. So someone is asking me, why did you choose Klipsch speakers over your home theaters, over other brands of speakers? So Klipsch uses a horn-loaded tweeter. SVS uses an aluminum tweeter. Emotiva uses a ribbon tweeter. So when you have these different types of materials for your very, very high end and some of your mid-range, I guess, kind of, right? They overlap a little bit, I guess. It depends on who mixes the music or the movies, really. Anyway, when you have different types of material, you're going to get a different timbre to your sound. You get what I'm saying? So I happen to like the horns. And as far as performance versus budget, Klipsch kind of hits a bunch of those, ticks a bunch of boxes. If you were asking me if money wasn't an object, yeah, I'd have a pair of Focal Utopias, because those things are like, what, $230,000 for the pair, right? Realistically, if money wasn't an issue, what would I get? I'd have a full Martin Logan setup, because when I heard those electrostatic speakers back in like, what, 98, 99, something like that, man, I was blown away. And back then they were $6,000 a piece. So $6,000, and there's no short ones. Back then, it was you had to have the big tall ones, 4 of them in the room with the big fat ass center on the ground. So that's what I would get if I had the money and it wasn't like an object and it wasn't like stupid expensive, I would go with Martin and Logan X-Stats. You can still spend a ton of money on them, but the ones I'm looking at are $2,000 a piece. So I don't know, whenever that happens, it'll happen. But I would prefer a bigger room. I wouldn't want it in the living room. Well, no, I kind of would want it in the living room. I'd have to see. Depends on what happens when we move. What are my thoughts about the X3400H now for $799, or wait for the 3500H coming in July instead? I would say wait, because the X3400 went down to... Wait, no. I would say wait to buy the 3400 as opposed to the 3500. Because chances are, unless they're adding... I don't think they're adding Oro 3D to that for free. So I think you're going to get something very, very similar. And watch that price of that X3400H, because last week it was down to $599. So 40% off. Nad, do you rate soundbars at all? I'm getting a couple of soundbars in the next couple of weeks, so look out for those. William, I read there might be an audiophile version of the Pioneer. Not sure what that means. Do you? No, I haven't heard anything about it. Audiophile, that would probably be like the Oppo UDP 205, having some high quality DACs and maybe some XLR balanced outputs, something like that. Randy, no problem. DJ Rob, Mystic Center is where it all happens. Not sure what that means, but okay. I agree. That's where it happens. Klipsch Candle says Klipsch sounds awesome and they are very sensitive. They can work with any AVR. Yeah, this is true. 98 decibel sensitivity. That's great. That means 1 watt of power at 3 feet away, you're gonna be hearing 98 decibels. That's pretty awesome. Darren, you'll do the Martin Logans too. Yeah. Who wouldn't? Oh, you were talking to Mystic Knight. Okay, Mystic Center. Okay, gotcha. I'm all messed up. It's like 6s and 7s in here. All right. Yeah, Mystic Knight. Yeah, center channel is like really where all your dialogue, and not just the dialogue, but anything happening on screen. John Wick, perfect example. A lot of gunfire coming out of that center channel because that's where it's at. You're gonna get a lot more music from your mains, a lot of action on screen, glass breaking and all kinds of cool stuff coming out of the center. Ray, what's up? Ray in the UK. We got all Panasonic 2018 players, 320, 420, and the 820. Latter being the best with support for Dolby Vision HDR10. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good, DJ Rob. So yeah, bottom line is we're only getting the UB820 here in the United States. So kind of sucks, but hey, it's just the way the cookie crumbles. I can't complain because United States has the best prices for any of this gear. So I guess that's a cool thing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Mystic. What DJ Robson was talking about is your left, your center, and your right channels should be from the same brand so that you can timbre match all the like your highs and mids. Remember I was talking about how different manufacturers use different materials for their tweeters. Aluminum is what SVS uses. Emotiva uses a ribbon tweeter. Klipsch uses a horn-loaded tweeter. So when you have different brands with different tweeters, and you have something, oh, perfect example. Terminator 2, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger's motorcycle comes up and stops here, and you see like just like the fork, the front fork and a wheel, and then it pans up to see him, and in that pan, you start on the right, and it pans up, so the motorcycle noise crosses over to the center and then to the left as it pans to the right and goes up. Now, if you have different manufacturers of speakers, it won't sound cohesive, I guess is the best word. It'll be like, you get what I'm saying? I know that was like the stupidest that was like the stupidest example, but that's the best way for me to express the situation, is that the timbre of the sound is going to be different from speaker company to speaker company when they are using different materials for your tweeters. And woofers, yeah, as you know, the Klipsch uses that ceramic metallic thingamajig. Some other companies use Kevlar. I know my KRKs are Kevlar, like that one in the back uses Kevlar. What's up, Kool-Aid Man? Yeah, I know. This whole tariff thing is just crazy. I don't even want to talk about the TRUM lame-o. All right, Tariq, just get a couple of questions and then we'll be out of here because I got stuff to do. I'm sure you guys do too. For home theater, I would like to go for Marantz SR7012, but confused about speakers. Which brand do you suggest? That's tough. Okay, Tariq, it depends on where you want. Depends on where you live. If you can get to a Best Buy and check out some stuff, cool. If you can get to a hi-fi store and check out some stuff, cool. If you have like a couple $1,000 budget, cool. So there's a lot of like factors on recommending speakers. You know, you have to kind of know what you like. And like I said in the other live stream and all the other times, you know, listen to the speakers before you buy them if you can. And when you're going to listen to speakers, bring your favorite song with you. Bring it on a CD, bring it on a thumb drive, bring it on your computer. Make sure you can stream it. If you're going to stream it from your phone, bring a cable for your phone. Plug the cable into that AVR so that you can get an idea of what it's going to pseudo sound like in your room if you buy them. Because let's be honest, speaker rooms aren't really the greatest place to demo speakers. Strange, isn't it? Strange concept. Brett, what's going on? Soundbar demo. Give us another soundboard sound demo. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do more stuff like that. Mystic, you get the idea? Cool. Yeah, actually, Mystic, a lot of people send me pictures of their setups, and then I tell them you know, what they should do, what they should move. A lot of people have these weird like things where they have this center channel above the TV, move that down below the TV, and we're losing everything again. All right, guys, let's just I don't know what's going on with the internet, so why don't we just sign off for today and get this going. I know there's a lot of stuff you guys need to do and a lot of stuff I need to do. So, hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out in the live stream. If you're here on the replay, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's get on out of here. You guys have a great weekend, great Father's Day, and all that kind of good stuff. Peace!